ain't 4K per child. No, it ain't 4K per child. What? No, it ain't 4K per child. Is you serious? Yeah, I'm real serious. Who keep telling y'all that? Huh? For real? No way. So you mean to tell me if I went to work and I had exempt on my W-2 that I don't qualify for this? You got that right, man. You ain't even have no taxes taken out. What you expect? Oh my God. It ain't no 4K per child just cause you been working and you got some kids. If you ain't got nothing in box 2, when it come down to file, you dead. No, you won't get that max credit. No, you won't see a big refund. And you had all the time to take off exempt to get you a refund. But we gon' work with your currency, aka platinum, we handle the business. You know Miss Nene the golden in business. You know I ain't need have to mention. 1, and if you got all your documents. 2, then you can schedule a meeting. 3, if you had taxes taken out. 4, man, you know it's your season. It's your season if you made a bad. Had the taxes took out for the year. Cause you knew when it come down to taxing that shit, you went and took off exempt. Come and see aka Platinum Unlimited. If you earn it, we give you your benefits. And we file individual and businesses. If you come in correct, I'ma finish it. 1, and if you got all your documents. 2, then you can schedule a meeting. 3, if you had taxes taken out. 4, man, you know it's your season. We ain't gonna leave nothing on the table. If you work for it, then you earned it. I don't wanna hit by the credits. You know you ain't worked it, you don't even deserve it. So please, please stop sharing that. You gonna get 4,000 per child, it's crazy. And many of y'all don't even have jobs and ain't even work a day in your life. But you think you qualify for it. Please stop.
Hello, peoples. Say, huh? Y'all don't know what kind of fire we got lit, but we finna go ahead and contain this fire. So we're gonna give everyone time to get in. Y'all go ahead, share this information, share this live. Let's get the information out there because we do not want anybody mad, sad, or confused about this stimulus payment that everyone has been raving about. Hey, LaTora. Hey, Miss Aurelia. Hey, Miss Lisa, Monique, Miss Candy B. Hey, everybody, Miss Lisa. Hey, everybody. So, yeah, we finna get to talking about this stimulus, okay? Because we need for everyone to understand it's at a state level. I don't know if you guys paid attention when I did the live about a month ago, or was it 2 or 3 weeks ago, where I told y'all that it was states that were rolling out stimulus payments to their residents, and that it was about state by state requirement. They have their own requirements. They have their own payment amount. We're going to go over the list of states that we know right now for sure that have said they are going to be doing this. We're going to talk about the due date that they're facing. That's why it has the November 30th. And I'm going to remind you guys of a situation that'll make it resonate with you when I say they are on a timeline for these stimulus. So we're going to give everyone time to get in. So how have you guys been? Say Facebook. I don't know. I've been over on YouTube. So if you have not been in tuned with the YouTube page, please go like, share, and subscribe to AKA Platinum Unlimited on YouTube. That is where I give the lives now. The only reason why I am doing it on Facebook is because I posted the information on Facebook. Say Alabama never gets anything. Well, Keisha, Alabama is on the list, but we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to show y'all how to see if you are one of those people who will be getting one of these stimulus. Because it is states that is on this list that every resident will not be getting a stimulus payments. They have its own set of requirements, every state, and we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about my state of Texas, what I have been able to ascertain from my own research. As y'all seen, when I posted about the stimulus payments, I made sure I put in bold letters, there is no information available about the 2023 stimulus payments from the states on the IRS website. Now, I read a few articles online that said you can go to the IRS.gov website and see more information about the 2023 stimulus. If y'all are vigilant as I am with research, y'all know that's a lie. Okay? So those news articles, they are trying to give you information and stamp it as this is factual information. You can go look at it on the IRS website. No, you can't. They really contradicted themselves in some of these articles because in one part of the article, they say go to the IRS website, and then you go down about 2 paragraphs and it'll say, however, the IRS have not released any information about these. That latter part is true. The IRS itself has not released any information about these stimulus payments. So let's talk about it. I'm going to go ahead and start. I know we're 5 minutes in to 9, and I just got done with my evening class for my refresher. I wanted to make it my business to get this information in and out here to y'all as soon as I could, especially with me posting the information about the states passing the stimulus to its residents on my business page. Y'all know I don't like for y'all to be confused, so I like to come and try to just rectify whatever it is that you're confused about. And I will allow you to ask your questions during this live once I get to the end of the information, if you're still confused after I give it to you, okay? So let's talk about it. This 2023 stimulus payment that is coming out, as most of us are aware, that during the pandemic, each state received so many billions of dollars to help them during the shutdowns, to help the economy going. And the last stimulus that came from the federal government was issued in 2021. That was the $1,400. I do not need you guys thinking that this stimulus is a federal payment. It is not. Meaning it is not contingent upon if you filed a tax return, if you got kids, if you're going to get this money. That's not how I go. Hey, Miss Lisa B. So it is not contingent on, oh, I filed a return, so I'm supposed to get this stimulus money from my state. No. First of all, it's not working how the $1,200, $600, $1,400 payments worked. The $1,200, $600, and $1,400 stimulus was a direct payment from the federal government. This 2023 November 30th payment is coming at a state level, meaning the states are the ones who are going to be issuing these payments as far as stimulus, but they are not working how the stimulus was in 2020 and 2021. So first, let me just run down the list of the states that is already set to, they have approved it. They have a limited time to get this out, and I'm going to tell you guys why, but let's just do the state rundown. The 9 states that have currently agreed to issue state stimulus payments, the November payments, is Alabama, Arizona, Maryland, New York, Virginia, Florida, Georgia, Michigan, Tennessee, and Texas. I'm going to run that list by one more time. It is not all 50 states. It is not all southern states, not the states up north. It is certain states. Those states are Alabama, Arizona, Maryland, New York, Virginia, Florida, Georgia, Michigan, Tennessee, and Texas. Those are the only 9 states that have, as of today, said that they are going to be issuing stimulus to their citizens. Now, granted, I know it's a lot of people like, I didn't hear my state. My state, they ain't never doing. Well, your state can still get on board with this. But let me just throw this caution out there, guys. They have a limited time to pass this. Who remember what happened when ex-President Trump wanted his signature on the $600 stimulus payments? And remember, they were facing the government shutdown, and they let us know that if them stimulus payments was not out before the government shut down, that it would not be issued in that tax year, that we would have to wait till the following year. It's the same thing with this. So these states have a time frame from when they turn in their annual budgets to the federal government to show that they have used these funds before the government shuts down. Basically, they have to issue these payments pretty damn quickly That's why they're saying November 30th. But guys, y'all, they've been working on this since earlier this year, back in April and May. They just now getting to the point where they're saying, yes, we have enough votes, or we have passed it to where it's now a bill and we're going to be giving this money out. But they also have a certain amount of time that they have to issue these payments if they're going to get them out in this tax year. Otherwise, once the government shut down, y'all, guess what? It ain't going to be no, is the stimulus still coming in December at the end? No. If they let us face a government shutdown before they issue these payments, we're out of there until next year. Okay? So let me say that first. That is what I wanted you guys to know about the rush with everyone trying to hurry up. And I'm talking about the 9 states. When I say everyone, trying to hurry up and rush these payments out. Now, I can't speak for every state other than the one I live in, the one I researched. This is what I am going to advise for every client, every taxpayer, every tax professional. If you want to know what the requirements is going to be based on the state that you live in, please go to your state revenue websites. It will show you the information for the stimulus. If that state was on this list, I can guarantee you it's something about this 2023 stimulus on there. How do I know? Because I breezed through all of them, and every last one of them, I seen something mentioning about the 2023 stimulus for November. This is the catch. I know in the state of Texas, don't y'all know it's only for teachers? Tennessee, I believe, is only for teachers. It was another state that they told me, I believe Florida is only for teachers. So when we're hearing that they're giving out stimulus payments, I got happy just like y'all did. That's why I started doing all the research I can. Like, oh my God, Texas don't, we didn't even got state taxes out here, and the state gonna give us something. Like, oh my God, I was excited until I started reading everything, and I was like, TRS. What is TRS? That's the Teachers Retirement System. That is who will be issuing out the payments in the state of Texas. These stimulus payments is only going to educators in the state of Texas. In Florida, they said the same thing, Miss Nene. It's only for teachers. So please go to your state revenue websites. Now, it is some states that said, no, we're giving it to our residents. Now, that list of states is Alabama, New York, Virginia, Georgia, and California. They're saying, no, we're giving it to any citizen that has filed taxes. Their current, meaning you have filed a tax return this tax year, 2022, by the e-filing date, even with the extension. So if you have filed a tax return in either one of those states that I just named, and you are a resident of that state, and your return has been accepted as of October 16th, then you will qualify for that payment. Now, I got to let you know, every state is different. They are giving out different amounts, I guess, based on the cost of living in that state. But you will need to go and look up your state on the state revenue website. It will tell you everything you want to know to let you know if you are going to be a person who is qualifying for this stimulus. But by no means is everybody in the state going to automatically get one. Also, I seen someone who asked, well, Miss Nene, what about the dependents? Is it just for the taxpayers and the spouse, or is it taxpayers and dependents? It is both, and it is by state. So in some states, they're only giving it to taxpayers and spouses. Some states, they're giving it to the entire household. It depends on the state that you are in. But please, y'all, I am asking y'all. I know November 30th is the date that everyone is saying. We don't have anything that solidified that this is the date that they will be coming out, especially for a person like myself who go to the IRS website to verify any information before I share it. When I seen no information was available on the IRS website, I automatically knew this is something that is going to be contingent on each state and what each state is saying, what each state is saying as a requirement. It is not based on what the IRS is saying as a precedence for them to issue out these payments. So when you're talking about these stimulus payments, y'all just go to your state revenue. If you want to know how to get to it, go to Google. If you're in Mississippi, type in Mississippi State Revenue. If you're in Georgia, Georgia State Revenue. Type in your state name and then state revenue after that, and go to your state revenue website. If your state was one of those 9 states that was just on this list, to see what is the actual stimulus amount going to be and what is the requirements. Texas did us wrong. Yeah, Lisa, I know they did. I can't even hold you, Lisa. I was hurt. I said every damn time, every time we think they finna look out for us, say, okay, Charlene, you said Alabama says you have to have filed in 2021 taxes in 2022. That means you got to be current. So that's why I'm saying every state has different requirements. Yeah, Miss Lisa, they show full of it. I mean, I can't say nothing because, of course, we know our teachers are underappreciated and underpaid. And I am happy for you guys, for my educators, for y'all to be getting that extra money. But yeah, I am just a little bit bitter. Because why? Why are y'all already got, the student loan forgiveness. Y'all already got the 10% early withdrawal not applying to you guys. Y'all already got a whole bunch of stuff. I understand y'all frontline and y'all dealing with our kids in these school systems and everything. But damn, what about everybody else who have to deal with them kids when they come home? I'm just saying. So, Texas, our stimulus is only going to educators. It is not coming to the regular residents. It is not going to be coming to us who are just working and making money or running businesses. It is based on certain professions. Let me see. We owe state, will the payment come out of the stimulus? Tanika, most likely, if you owe state, they're not going to even give it to you because you must be current. Brooke said, if you haven't said it, what was the qualifications for Georgia? So I believe Georgia is one that is giving it to their residents. Now, I think Georgia is the one that is giving it just taxpayer and spouse, not the dependents. But I know California is one that is giving it to the household, meaning taxpayer, spouse, and dependents. So if you guys need to just read up on it, Miss Brooke, just type in Georgia State Revenue, and I can tell you it's going to automatically come up about the stimulus. If your state is one of those states that's giving out this stimulus money, you will see it on your state revenue website. Again, I say there is no information for this on the irs.gov website. Do we search a certain topic, stimulus not showing? So Precious, yes. If you type in your state name, you can type in Google 2023 stimulus payment and then put the state, and it'll take you to your state revenue or your SOS website, wherever the information about the stimulus payments is. Nikki, oh baby, they blessing New York. New York is the ones who are getting the highest stimulus amounts, and they are giving it to their citizens. So New York is one of those that is showing love. They're making sure they're going to give that money out to you guys. That's New York, because they do have some that is city specific. So please know it is certain cities that is inside of certain states that would be giving out stimulus payments as well. Let me see. Yeah, Trisha, only educators. You say you don't see nothing in the NY revenue. Okay, so Francesca, if you have not pulled up anything in the New York revenue website, I'm telling you, New York is the one that's being blasted all over everywhere because y'all have the highest payments amount. New York and I think Los Angeles, because California has a city that is issuing it as well, and I think it's Los Angeles that is doing it. But I will show you guys, yeah, they always take care of New York, always. But you guys, y'all can look and see if you're going to be qualifying for it. Let me say again, it's no information on the IRS website. Y'all don't have to get the call on the IRS tomorrow trying to find out if your state going to be sending you some money. What if my accounts no longer active? What if my checking account has been closed? Y'all don't have to worry them. Don't worry yourself. For one, if you didn't see your state on there, this is not a federal payment. It is not coming from the Department of the Treasury. It is coming from your state revenue departments. So for one, it's not a federal payment. Everybody do not get it. Everybody ain't gonna get it. Even for the ones that are in a state that is doing it, you still may not qualify for this stimulus payment. Secondly, they are on a time frame, guys. If they do not issue these payments before the government shut down and these states have to turn in their annual budgets for the year, if that money is still sitting there when they close the government, the states will lose that funding. So they must hurry and send it out. And some states are like, nope, we're going to go ahead and deplete this. We're going to give it to our people. Some states is like, no, we can just give it back to the government. It depends on where you live. It depends on who your congressman is. It depends on what the state of the economy is in the state you're in, but that'll help you determine if your state is going to be trying to give you a stimulus or if they're just going to let the money just go back to the government. But they are on a timeline too. They don't have forever. They can't wait until December 31st. We all know the government usually shuts down around the second, third week in December. They shut down for the rest of the year. They go home. They're not working. So because they are shutting down, anything that is not passed, by the time they shut down, it will have to wait until the next tax year. And anything that is in play is put on the back burner until they come back in 2024. So, like I said, I don't want to say, yes, it's coming, because it's a state-by-state payment that's being made. Just know the Internal Revenue Service has nothing to do with it. Okay? Do you still receive it if you exempt, Brooke? Yes, ma'am, you do. I think it just required that you be a citizen. South Carolina, full of it, they not giving nothing. Good vibes. Look, that's how I feel about Texas. Texas ain't gave us nothing outside of rental assistance. That's all we got during the pandemic. Anybody in the state of Texas, y'all know ain't lying. They gave us food stamps and rent. That's what they gave us. They weren't giving us no cash. They'll give us some assistance, but they weren't giving us no cash. They weren't saying, here you go for your struggles, cash money to help pay your bills. State of Texas said, we're going to help you pay a rent to keep a roof over your head, and we're going to help you with food in your house to keep you and your kids fed, but we ain't putting no money in your hand. We don't trust y'all like that, basically is what they was telling us. So I really had my hopes up when I seen Texas on that list until I started doing my research, and I'm like, it had to be Texas. It had to be Texas. Say, y'all as always set us up for the failure. This is why I don't like and I was saying to myself, this is why I don't like to announce nothing. I don't like to announce it because I know it is a lot of me's in this world. It is a lot of me's who follow me. And I knew me and everybody like me was going to feel some type of way when I said it's for the teachers. And there's some people in other states, guess what? It's only for the teachers. So y'all can do y'all research. Y'all can look it up under the state revenue website. Most of them do have the information up. I would say if you're going to be looking at the articles, please try to look at the articles that is from reputable sources. Because as I stated, I do not like when I am doing research and I am reading an article and I read something in one part and then not even a page later, it's a contradicting statement in there to make me look like who's doing this reporting. Because they are saying, oh, it's set to release, it's coming out. You can go to the IRS website to get more information. And then a paragraph down is saying, however, the IRS has not announced any information about a release date. Guess what else the IRS ain't announced, guys? Anything about a damn 2023 stimulus payment. It is nothing on the IRS.gov website. Nowhere in sight is it saying anything about a 2023 stimulus payment. There are no news releases about a 2023 stimulus payment. There is no information or indicator, period, point blank, on IRS.gov about these stimulus payments. Everything that we are hearing, everything that we are seeing is coming from a state to state and news article basis, meaning each state has some information about the stimulus payments, but it's nothing from the federal government. IRS is the federal government. And like I said, when I began this live, I really believe it is because they are not the ones handling the payments, so they don't want the headache. They don't even want to let y'all know nothing about it because they don't want y'all calling them to ask why your state is not sending your payments. The IRS is like this right now. Y'all have it. California, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, Arizona, Georgia. Y'all go ahead. We ain't doing that. They have thrown their hands up. They didn't put not one single indicator that they were helping release it. They didn't put one single indicator that they had knowledge of it being released. It is nothing available on the IRS website. So when I got to reading the articles and they was like, you can go to the IRS website. Y'all know that's the first place I ran. Yes, I can get them some information that's reputable from the source and see what the IRS is saying. And it shot my heart down when the only information about a stimulus payment on the IRS website is regarding the stimulus payments in 2020 and 2021. There is no updated news. There is no updated publications. There is nothing alerting on the IRS.gov website that they have any knowledge of these payments. And I'm just saying, just know your state, even though I named it, if they don't get these payments out before the government shutdown, you're probably not going to get this payment this year. It's sad to say, but we're going to be prepared. We're not going to get overexcited, especially behind a couple of dollars, because some of y'all see the payouts is only what, 150, 250. The money is New York, California. They're the ones who are paying the most. New York, California. All the other ones, you're getting pennies on a dollar. 150, 250, 300, maybe 500. I know with Texas, for the full-time teachers, it's 1,000. For the part-time, it's 500. Okay? But you must be going through the teachers' retirement system, guys, for you to qualify for that payment from the state of Texas for November 30th. Okay, Michigan is 180, Shani. Yeah, they getting big money, Denise, up north and out west. Illinois is not giving anything. Michelle, you was getting your hopes up, Candy B. Look, I got my hopes up too. I was sad too. I was upset too. Like, can I get some Christmas money? I was gonna use my little 500,000, whatever they gave me for Christmas. I was gonna buy myself some. I ain't studying these kids. FTK, okay? But they said you ain't no educator in an actual school system because I am a tax coach, but nope, that type of teacher ain't the ones who qualify for it. You have to be in retirement in the TRS system in order to get it. So, I mean, it shot me down. It hurt my heart. And I didn't want to come on here to hurt y'all heart, but I needed to come on here to let y'all know that when you are seeing this, please understand it is not for everybody. And even if you are living in a state that is on that list, please do your research to read up on what they are making the requirements to receive it, because they are giving it to only certain professions in certain states. And we know it is what, 52, 53 states now in the United States. So only 9 out of 52, 53 states is doing anything. So it's not a huge thing. And I think that is why it was more kept, because it's not every state in the United States is doing this. It is, and we know for a fact that Tennessee, Texas, and Georgia just jumped on the list. They were not there earlier this year. They were not there when they first came out with this in June. I'm sorry, I'm finna say 2023. But they were not on that list. Some of these states are adding in onto the list of states that's issuing the stimulus because, like I said, They must account for the billions of dollars that they received during the pandemic. And because this is the year where if the funds was not used, they must return them. They are trying to use those funds before they return it back to the government. They are trying to find use in their economy in their states for the remaining money. So because some states got more money than other states, we know this to be true. Y'all know our governor turned down everything, didn't he? Trish, I think me and you was just talking about that. Where we don't need their money, we don't need their money, we don't need their money, even though we still got some of their money. We didn't get as much as some of the other states did. And so because it is a surplus of stimulus money still floating, those states that's on the list, like, yep, we'll just give it to our citizens before we send it back. They have a deadline. And I've told you guys, and y'all just mark my words, if they do not send it to you on November 30th, most likely you won't get it this year because we know the government shuts down in December. They go home for 2 or 3 weeks and they do not come back until January. And whatever happens in January will only be applying to the 2024 tax year. Therefore, any payments that they said they were sending out in November in 2023 will be null and void, and it'll have to go on the back burner, and they will have to bring it back up when they come back into session in 2024. So let's all just do our part. We're not going to drag anybody. We're not going to persecute anybody, whether they're saying yes, it's true or no, it's false. Right now, they're both correct. Can I say that again? Can I get you guys to agree? Let me see, Deasia. Let me see what you said. If I'm reading right, Michigan not releasing it until next year at 180. That's a slap in y'all face, Deasia. Well, at least y'all getting 180. Texas say none of y'all getting it but teachers. Still ain't whipped my head around that yet, y'all. I still can't get that paragraph out my head yet. I can't. So just know, I need you guys to agree. Whether you see the post is being shared as being true, or if you see it being shared as false, please know in this moment, this very second, right now, at this time, they are both correct. It is both true and false. What makes it both? And I know y'all like, Miss Nene, stop your shit. You know damn well either they telling the truth or they telling a lie. Neither one can say it's the truth or a lie because it is something that they are working on. So if we're speaking in facts, it's not true because they have not said to actually release it or when it is coming out, but they can say it's true because they approved it. So it is both true and false. Right now, it is still up in the air. You said, Irene, you say you don't see anything for California. If you guys give me, because it is the weekend tomorrow, if you guys give me about a day, I will take it upon myself to research each 9 of the states, and I will post each 9 of the states' requirements. I will do my own research, my own due diligence to make sure any information I am sharing on there is the most accurate information and up to date based on what we've got going on right now. So Kaanda, Texas is included. Yeah, they included, baby. It's just that Texas is only paying it to teachers, to educators. They're not giving it to the residents like the state of California or the state of New York is. They're only giving it to certain individuals out here in Texas. I think it's also the same stands true for the state of Florida. They're only giving it to teachers. Certain individuals will be qualifying for it. They're not giving it to everybody. Okay? I will let you all know if it's true or false when it is put in my account. Say, Denise, would you please? Denise, please let us know. And I mean, if I can get one client from each one of these states or one follower from each state to agree to just come and give me a message November 30th and say, Miss Nene, nothing there, or Miss Nene, I got a payment. If y'all can let me know, I would greatly appreciate that. I might have to go through my list and see where some of y'all are located, just so I can reach out and say, hey, would you be willing to participate in my project? Say, just so we can see how each state is going. But right now, guys, gratitude, Teresa. Yes, please let me know. Each one of my followers that is in a different state on November 30th, if you don't see anything in your account, please let me know, Miss Nene, nothing showed up. Or if you see something, say, Miss Nene, yes, something showed up. I know state of Texas, I'm going to have to reach out to some of my teachers. I know some. But I'm going to ask some of my teachers out here in Texas, did you get the payment? Because if they got it, then I know, okay, they pulled the trigger, they approved it. But I can let y'all know the IRS is still not going to say anything because it is not a payment that is coming from them. These stimulus, the 2023 November stimulus, is a state level stimulus, meaning the IRS, the federal government, has nothing at all to do with issuing it. So I don't need you guys, I repeat, do not get to blowing up the IRS phone number trying to find out if you're going to be getting a stimulus from your state. They cannot answer. Now, what you can do is blow up your state revenue with phone numbers. Blow them up and ask them, hey, they're not open on Saturdays. I can tell y'all that now. It's business hours. A business week is Monday through Friday. So because we're already at 9:35, most likely your state revenue services are closed. But Monday morning, if you guys just really need to know if this is really going to be happening, call your state revenue. Do not call the IRS. The IRS is going to tell you they don't know nothing you talking about. If they're going to tell you, if you're talking about stimulus, please go to our website for the latest information on stimulus payments. And that information is going to be for 2020 and 2021. It ain't going to be nothing that's going to read 2023 stimulus. So because I'm telling y'all, it's nothing to do with the IRS. Y'all don't bring the IRS into this. Or again, I repeat, it has nothing to do with the Internal Revenue Service. Do not bring them into this. It is not a federal payment. It is a state-issued payment. And each state has its own qualifications, its own requirements, and its own payout amounts. Some states, like I said, are paying just taxpayers. Some states are paying taxpayers and spouses. And some states is paying the entire household, meaning the taxpayer, the spouse, and the dependents all will receive a stimulus check. That's not with all of them. It is only with probably like 3 or 4 of those states out of the 9 that is going to be true for. And some of the other ones, it ain't even for everybody. It is only for certain professions. Like I said, I'm going to keep on saying Texas because Texas, y'all wrong as shit. For the teachers. I don't want my teachers feeling like, Nene, why you so bitter? Like, why wouldn't you want it to be us? I'm just saying why it can't be all of us like it is in some of these other states, because Texas, y'all cost of living is high too. Stop acting like this is cheap to pay rent every month. Like, it's not cheap being here in Texas. So we need stimulus money too, but who are we? We're nobody. We know the ones that sign up is the ones that make the decisions that trickle down to us, and we just be hoping for any little thing. And like I said, we should have known it was a trick when we seen their name was added to the list, and they ass ain't do nothing when everybody else in the country, every other state was looking out for their citizens. Only damn thing Texas did for us was paid our rent and gave us food stamps. That's all they did. That's it. That's it. That's all. So with that in mind, guys, I hope that this was able to give you guys clarification on what it is with the 2023 stimulus payments. It's state level. Every state has its own requirements. It has nothing to do with the IRS. Do not call the IRS. The IRS cannot assist you, cannot help you, cannot give you information. If you want to worry somebody, if you want to get the information from your source in this instant is going to be your state revenue websites. If nothing is popping up for your information, when you're going to do your research the phone number, contact number for your state revenue, and you call them on Monday morning, and you simply ask them, yes, I am inquiring about the payment that will be coming out November 30th. Is it going to be coming to everybody? They should be able to break it down for you. But by no means, don't call the IRS because the IRS has nothing to do with it. The IRS ain't even gave you a publication or a headline to make you think they had anything to do with it. So we did our research. There's nothing on the IRS.gov, which is our source. So therefore, that lets me know they're letting each state handle this. Guys, reach out to your states, your state revenue offices, not the Internal Revenue Service. Internal Revenue ain't doing nothing federal. Like I said, our stimulus payments in 2020 and 2021, those were federal stimulus payments, meaning they went to every citizen that filed a tax return and was considered a U.S. citizen in the United States. The payments that's coming out the end of this month is not. It is not federal payments. It is state level payments. Okay? So I hope I answered this this burning question for a lot of you guys on, is it going to really be happening? It looks like it is, but at a state level, and even at a state level, it is not operating how we think it operated with the regular stimulus payments in 2020 and 2021. Everyone will not be getting one of these payments, okay? And it is only 9 states. Before I end this live, let me just go over the list of states one more time. We have Alabama, Arizona, Maryland, New York, Virginia, Florida, Georgia, Michigan, Tennessee, and Texas. Now, I didn't say California in that list because California has one that is going out at a city level, meaning a local level. And I believe that city is Los Angeles. But y'all, it's very particular. It is a lot of strings attached to it. And then again, even the ones who I just named, if they do not send these payments out before they close the government, those payments will not be able to come out in this tax year. We'll have to wait until they reopen, and they'll have to revisit and send that money out. Okay? All right, guys. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate the attention. I appreciate the shares. I'm going to ask that you guys continue to share the information just so we don't have anyone confused or feeling like I'm supposed to be getting this. I know I'm supposed to be getting it while I'm not getting it. They need to understand it is not a federal payment. It is a state payment, and every state has its own requirements for it. Okay? All right, guys. I'm going to wish you guys a blessed night. I hope y'all enjoy yourselves. I will be doing the research for the 9 states on tomorrow. I will be putting up whatever I find on your state revenue websites. I will be making 9 posts. I am not going to combine it in one long post. I am going to post it state by state. So if you're in that state, you don't have to try to read through and find it. You just find your state post and you read up on that information. Okay? All right, guys. So good night. I am finna try to enjoy my weekend, but I wanted to give that information to you guys. Y'all enjoy yourselves, and I will be talking to you guys on tomorrow. When I say talking to, I mean posting, not talking to. My next live will be on YouTube on Monday. If you want to get in here on Monday, I'll be doing estimates, but it will not be on Facebook. It will only be on YouTube. And on YouTube, my subscribers, I am going to allow them to give me their estimates, and we were going to work them real time. So see you guys Monday. If you would like to do the estimate online, you can follow, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can be privy to when that is going to be happening. But we will be doing that on Monday. All right, guys. Good night.